there's water, standing water all over. And that is not supposed to be like that. It's several inches deep over here. I'm wearing waterproof shoes, but yeah, see, this is the covers for the valves, and they're floating. And for the drill pump, you attach the drill here, and it spins and pushes the fluid out. So I connect a hose there, I can connect another hose there, but I need to mount this guy, all right? Otherwise it'll just spin freely, all right? So I need to mount this guy, and so then I've got somewhere to go with it. Just using some scrap wood. Right now, just looking to find the center. See, between those two, doesn't have to be perfect. It might have been easier if I'd actually secured the Monson vise before I started drilling and fastening. Now I've got a stand, but I think I'd rather have him like this so I can come in from the side with the drill instead of having to come in from the top. So I'm just going to get another little piece so I can fasten this guy like that. All right, so I want them long enough to go through there, but not long enough that they're going to go through the end. And that'll be pretty close. Stand works pretty well on the flat concrete ground in the garage. Not as well here. So I'm going to use this guy as a cross brace. Just looking for center here. Vacuum is less effective when I don't hook it up. All right, this time I've got the dust collection hooked up, but I still have to turn on the vacuum. I hope that helped at least a little. All right, that seems stable. Place it pretty much anywhere I want. And where I want to place it is not in the water. But close enough to the water that I can reach the hose to the deepest part over there. And then I think I want to shoot the water over there. Is there anything the painter's tape can't do? All right, so it is working pretty well now. See, the level is going down slowly, but still surely. Water is coming out over here at a decent clip, and that is seeping back into this area. So then, once I get all the water out of there, I'll be able to do some diagnostic testing and see how this happened. Now, one thing that may be helping and maybe not is that I put in a French drain earlier this summer because I've got the gutter here for a good portion of the house is draining right here at this corner. And so I dug a trench right out where these rocks are and then continued along the inside of the flower bed right here all the way to about here. So there's a French drain from about there all the way back to here. And so that should be helping, I would think, but maybe not. All right, so let's see what kind of progress we're making over here. All right. All right, so we've got the valve box pretty much drained. A little bit of wetness in there still, but not enough to pump out. That guy is pretty dry, I mean, relatively speaking. We didn't have to draw any water out of him. He just drained, well, we're pumping from this guy. So now I've got the hose over here at what I believe is the lowest point, and I put some rocks around it for a couple of reasons. Number one, I want to keep it submerged at that lowest point, but also I want to try and keep foreign objects out. So, all these little leaves or mud or anything else that might get suctioned up in there and clog the hose. I've had to stop it a couple of times and just hook up the hose to the hose bib and flush it out and then start over. But as of now, it's working pretty well. One thing that I was just taking a look at, I don't see any active leaks on any of the pipes or valves here. I don't see any water rushing in to replace what's been removed. And so I'm thinking that whatever the problem is must be while the sprinklers are on. And so I wonder if the problem is just severe overwatering. Okay, looks like the the drill needs a bit of a break. So I'll let it rest for a bit. Anyway, transferring the water from over there, over this mound here, to over here, away from the house, let it seep back into the ground. It's not seeping very quickly over here either, but I'm not as worried about that as long as it's not next to the house. All right, so what have we learned about this drill pump stand design? It's sturdy. It brings the drill pump up to a level that's a little bit more comfortable for operating, but it's pretty ineffective because it's demanding that the drill pump the fluids up much, much higher than it really wants to do. And so I am going to redesign this with what I've learned in mind. I'm going to use exterior screws on this now. Whoa. After I pick it up. I'll fit the drill over the top, right? But if I just let that weight hang, then it's putting pressure on this joint here, which is not what I want. So I want to put a block here for this guy to rest on. And I think I also want to put some sort of bracket here so that it doesn't twist when it's running, or it doesn't want to twist anyway when it's running. So I think that's my next step. And I don't really need this to be any longer than that. So I think I'm going to cut this guy off right there. And then I might be able to just reuse this piece for that support there. This guy on, I'm not going to get a square cut. So unless I remove this. Put that guy like that. There we go.